cool. And The Young and the Restless, well, let's just say they have quite a history. It all began in 1973. Now, the Watergate scandal and the Vietnam War were still dominating the nightly news. And a brand new daytime drama that reflected the country's loss of innocence debuted on CBS. The show premiered on March 26th as a half-hour serial that the network felt would appeal to a more youthful-oriented audience. It originally focused on the lives and the loves of the wealthy Brooks family and the working-class Fosters. And after disappointing ratings, creator William J. Bell decided to inject more controversy into the show with socially relevant themes and issues. He also introduced a character who would forever change the face not only of the show, but of daytime drama itself. Wealthy socialite Catherine Chancellor and her husband, Philip. They drove storylines that involved things like alcoholism and infidelity, and later the show introduced a character named Nikki Reed, a girl from the wrong side of the tracks, and eventually paired her with a mysterious tycoon named Victor Newman. And what can I say? The rest, as they say, is soap history. Now look, whether you are a longtime fan or a newcomer to the show, you will not want to miss this exciting hour of love and laughter and memories. So, come on, we are going to have some fun. For 40 years, The Young and the Restless has made us cry, they've made us laugh, but most of all, they've made us feel like a part of the family. Now, we have watched over the years the Fosters, the Brooks, the Chancellors, the Newmans, and the Abbotts, how they have faced countless tragedies and triumphs. And my first guests have had, well, let's just say more than their share of tragedy and triumph, as their two characters, Nikki Newman and Jack Abbott. They have been married and divorced twice, and their recent marriage was over in record time, even for the soap, seriously. But they will always be a part of Young and the Restless' rich history. Take a look at this.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had to go back to work.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're home now.
God, I can't tell you how good it is to come home to this. So happy, so full of life.
No pain. It makes all the difference. I can function now because I'm not in agony anymore.
Oh, I know. I realize what you're going through. God, nobody knows any better than I do.
Well, we don't have to think about it anymore because I'm not going to be that way anymore, and we can just think about it.
Please welcome to the show, Melanie Thomas Scott and Peter Bergman. Good job. No, can I tell you, my shoes match your dress. We look good. No, you both look amazing. So you look amazing.
You look pretty good yourself.
Oh, say that again.
You look pretty good.
No.
How many more times?
You guys have worked together now 25 years.
25 years.
Wow. That's longer than a lot of marriages. Yes. So what do you remember? Okay, go back 25 years. What do you remember about those first scenes together?
I don't know if everyone knows this. She's in large part responsible for my being on The Young and the Restless.
Oh, you're taking my story, but go ahead.
Oh,
they are married.
Exactly. I was on All My Children. It came to an end. Melody was on a trip to Canada with her husband, who was then executive producer of the show, and she had a soap opera magazine with my picture on the cover of it and said, "That's Jack Abbott." And yes.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Hold it. Yeah,
Fix
we
this
really
story.
are married. Look, wait, this is going off a little bit. No. What happened was we were looking for a new Jack Abbott because Terry Lester, who was the original Jack Abbott, was leaving. He had just left the show, and we were in a panic. Oh my God, who is going to be our new? Okay, go ahead.
And so they
I
contacted.
feel like I'm the therapist.
Yeah, exactly. Are you through?
I don't know. Are you through?
They contacted me, and so my first day of working with Melody, I got there. We moved to California when our daughter was 4 weeks old.
Wow.
And she had a gift for our baby, and so we got off to a really good start. I liked Melody a lot right away.
So you know that chemistry that you have, that first impression when you worked together the first time. Did you feel that? I mean, what was it like when you finally met each other? He's still working on it. Yes, I felt it immediately. No wonder we divorced twice.
We've been doing this about the same amount of time. Me on 2 shows, her on this show, and so there is kind of a thing when you're working with a veteran that there are a lot of things that can go unsaid. That we work things out very quickly.
I believe that. Soap vet family is a very unique thing. There's only one, and there's now only 4 shows that have them.
Yeah.
And it's pretty wild. Were you surprised that your couple, would be such an iconic couple?
I have to tell you, when we first got together, people were very happy because
Yeah.
I think Victor at that time had been particularly vicious or he had done something horrible. And so they were very happy to have a good guy like you for me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They like you guys together. Don't you think? I think they do like you together. Although, does it tick you off that he always gets her back?
It ticks me off that he always gets her back. It ticks me off that I always lose. But
I mean, there's a male ego involved here.
But I've had a pretty good job for a lot of years now, playing the guy that doesn't win. It's a pretty good job.
Hey, Victor and I just got married for the 4th time. Now we could get married 3 times.
There's room for me to play.
I know all about marrying the same guy again. Okay. I'll be your writer. What was it like? What was it? You started, what was it, 70?
I started in February 79.
79. What was it like on those? Because it was really a new thing then. You know what I'm saying? To be on those early shows.
It was. I
years.
had never, well, I can't say I hadn't heard of it, but I certainly had never seen an episode of it. I really didn't know what it was all about, and I didn't even want the part. I had gotten another NBC sitcom that week, and you have to pick one. You can't do both. And I wanted to do the sitcom so bad, and my agent talked me out of it. She said, "No, just do the soap for a little while. You'll have fun. Da 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 da. You make some money. And I was 23 years old. I know, a little while. So 34 years later, I say to all young actors, listen to your agent.
I think there's destiny. I think we're
Apparently.
It's happening.
Yeah.
I think it is a destiny. So do you have any favorite, I know this is a really hard question, but just really quickly, a favorite storyline, a favorite memory over those 25 years?
Favorite memory with the 2 of us, Nikki spiraling into alcoholism, Jack, great enabler, and in his frustration to do the right thing for her, he came this close to belting her, to punching her in the face.
And you like that.
And it was so much to act. There was so much to play. And for days after that, he was shaking from the experience.
Is your character an enabler? Do you bring those things into it as they're writing it?
Jack falls in love in the most reckless way. He falls face first, nose first into love. And so making his woman happy is everything to him, even if it means...
I think every man should channel you.
Oh.
Yes, but may I just say that even if it's not love or romance, it could be a fight, it could be something else, but there's something in your eyes, and I've never told you this before, so I can't be lying. When I do a good scene with you, and people say, wow, that was a really good scene, Mel, it was good because your eyes shot over to me the emotion, and that gave me the emotion.
That's sweet.
And it was absolutely
There's the chemistry that you're talking about.
That is. And that kind of chemistry is not manufactured.
No.
But I really
no.
believe that's being a giving actor, don't you think?
Yes.
I think it's really trusting the other person with where you
have to trust them. You have to trust them.
Okay, so we have to trust some questions here. Okay, so what we did is we went on Facebook and we asked, there were so many, so we just had to pick, one for each of you. But this one I thought was kind of interesting. This is for you, Melody, okay?
Oh, God.
It says, this is from Laura Lee L, and she wanted to know, if you could play Nikki, if you couldn't play Nikki, what other character on the show would you want to play?
Unfortunately, the answer is no one. I am so happy. There's no other character I want to play.
Yeah. I think that
and I don't think there's a lot of actors who would like to play Nikki either. I mean, because on the face of it, it's like, okay, what does she do? She doesn't do anything. She's rich. She walks around the house. She, does flowers. What does she do? I mean, it's very hard to describe her, but I love her. I love playing her, and I get to play 200 characters under the guise of one with her, because she's always mixed up with some new person or some nefarious thing. So I would want to play somebody else.
And then just really, really quickly, too, this one is from Amy C. This is for you, Peter. It says, Jack has turned over a new leaf recently. Do you like playing him better when he's good or when he's bad?
I get to a point where Jack's been nice for a really long time. I get a little nauseous. It doesn't sit well with me. I like it better when Jack's a little more manipulative and a little.
Because you're bad and you know it.
I guess.
You both have played such memorable characters. And congratulations on the 4-year anniversary. It's so great to be here. And don't go away. You're going to stay with us. And you have to stay with us because coming up next is Michelle Stafford and Joshua Mara. So stick with us.
Coming up, Y&R's golden couple, Phyllis and Nick. Later, some unexpected visitors from the young